Have you ever come across a term in programming that left you scratching your head? If you're new to Java, you might have stumbled upon the word instantiate. Today, we're going to break it down and make it crystal clear. I totally get it. Learning Java can feel overwhelming, especially when you encounter jargon like instantiate. You're not alone in feeling confused, and it's completely okay to ask for help. Let's dive into the specific question at hand. One user asked about the term instantiate in the context of local inner classes in Java. They mentioned needing to invoke methods from a local inner class and were unsure what instantiation meant. Sound familiar? Let's clarify this together. So, what does instantiate really mean? In simple terms, to instantiate a class means to create an object from that class. When you instantiate a local inner class, you're creating an instance of that class within a method, allowing you to use its methods and properties. And stick around. At the end of this video, I'll share a quick example that will help solidify your understanding of instantiation in Java. To understand the term instantiate in Java, the user should first know that it refers to creating an object from a class. This is a fundamental concept in object-oriented programming. Next, the user should learn how to instantiate a class. This is done using the new keyword followed by the class name and parentheses. For example, if we have a class named car, we would write car my car equals new car. Now, let's apply this to the context of a local inner class. The user needs to define the local inner class inside a method and then instantiate it within that same method to access its methods. Finally, the user should remember that instantiation is crucial for using any class in Java. Without creating an instance, the user cannot access the methods or properties of that class. Fun fact, the term instantiate comes from the Latin word instantiatus, which means to stand in. So when you instantiate a class, you're essentially making it stand out as an object. Now let's look at the answers provided by other users. In response to the question about the meaning of instantiate in Java, this user clarifies that to instantiate means to create an instance or an object of a class. Let's move forward and look at another answer. In this alternative approach, the user explains that to instantiate means to create an instance of a class. They clarify that an instance is a specific place in memory that holds the state of an object, based on a class definition. For example, if you have a class called person, you can create an instance by calling its constructor with the new keyword. This is essential because to use methods from a local inner class, you must first instantiate that class to access its state. That's all for that response. Let's see what someone else had to say. According to another user, to instantiate in Java means to call a class constructor, which creates an object of that class. This process allocates memory for the object and provides a reference to it. Non-static methods require an instance to operate on their fields, while static methods do not need an instance and should not rely on changing data. The user also explains that inner classes can access the parent instance's members, which helps reduce complexity. They mention that enums are unique and that each value is a single instance, instantiated the first time it's used. That's it for that answer. Let's take a look at another one. This user explains that to instantiate in Java means to create an instance of a class, which is also known as an object. For example, you can instantiate a class called bike by using the syntax bike abc equals new bike. This action allocates a new block of memory for the object, and ABC will reference that memory. This process is what we refer to as instantiation in Java. That's it for that answer. Let's take a look at another one. This user explains that to instantiate a class in Java, you create an instance using the keyword new. For example, you can write car equals new car to create a new instance of the car class. Here's a pro tip. Always remember that instantiation is key to using classes effectively in Java. Understanding this concept will make your coding journey much smoother. And there you have it. Now you know what it means to instantiate a class in Java. Keep practicing and don't hesitate to ask questions. If you found this video helpful, hit that subscribe button for more programming tips and tricks.